Hi there, this is Professor Josibel Rojas, and this is class number 5, Passive Voice. So let's start. What is passive voice? Passive voice is used to show interest in the person or object that experiences an action rather than the person or the object that performs the action. It means it focuses on what happened with the object of the sentence and not in the agent that produced the action. It's often used when the actor is unknown or unimportant. For example, the ball was thrown. What happened? The ball was thrown. That's the really important action. So we don't know exactly who produced the action. We don't focus on the subject or agent of the sentence. Let's check the structure. First, we have the object of the sentence. This is very important. When you don't have any object in the sentence, you can't become the sentence to passive voice. So take it into account. Then we have the verb to be. The verb to be has to adopt the verbal tense of the sentence. And at the end, you have the verb in participle, the principal verb or action of the sentence. For example, the letter was sent. So, who did send the letter? We don't know. We don't know the agent of the sentence. We just know the letter was sent. Option number two. In option number two, you have the same structure, but at the end, you add by plus agent. This is for those cases in which you know who is the agent of the sentence. For example, the letter was sent by Carol. So at the end, I say who sent the letter. In this case, by Carol. Let's see some differences when a sentence is using active voice and when a sentence is using passive voice. Let's take a look to the differences between. For example, in the active voice, we can read they threw the ball. We have the agent or the subject first, the person or the people that did the action, they, then we have the verb through. In this case, this is in past. And at the end, we have the object. What did they threw? They threw the ball. Okay, so let's continue with the passive voice. In the passive voice form, you have first the object, then the verb to be in past because the original sentence in active voice was in past. So in the passive voice, it has to be in the same verbal tense in past. And at the end, you have the principal verb in participle, thrown. This is another example. Example number two. This is in future. Let's see. It says, Mr. Colin will build a house. So, Mr. Colin is the agent of the sentence. The action is that he will build, and the object, a house. He will build what? A house. So, let's see the passive voice. First, we have the object, okay? So, what will Mr. Collins build? A house. So, a house it has to be in the first place. Then we have the verb be, but in future, because we adopt the original tense of the active sentence. So a house will be. And at the end, we use the same verb but in participle, built. A house will be built. Example number three. I am cleaning the house. I'm using present continuous or present progressive. So I am cleaning the house. Let's see the passive voice way. The house is the object of the sentence. What am I cleaning? The house. So the house is in the first place. This is my object. It is receiving the action of the verb. So the house is, I have to include verb to be in present because the original sentence is in present. So the house is being because I have to add ing. And at the end, cleaned. This is the principal verb or action of the sentence in participle. The house is being cleaned. Let's see the last example. It is in past simple tense. James Cameron created the movie Titanic. So James Cameron is the agent, created is the verb in past, and the movie Titanic is the object of the sentence. Let's see the passive voice way. The movie Titanic first, because this is the object. Then the verb to be was in past, because the original sentence was in past. Created, this is the verb in participle. And at the end, if I want, I can express or name the person that did the action. If I know the person, I can. For example, by, I use it to add the agent. And at the end, I say James Cameron. This is the agent of the sentence. But he isn't the really important thing or the focus on the sentence. So that's why he is at the end. The movie Titanic was created by James Cameron. This is an additional information at the end. I really focus on the information. The movie Titanic was created. That's what I really want to know. And that's all. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.